My name is Nabihah. I'm a mental health professional and currently I'm working with refugee communities in Greece. When I first heard about the march, it was probably 2 weeks before the deadline, and I just immediately had a conviction within me that this is something I can do. It involved walking, it involved being together with other people who also believe in the same fight, in the same kind of conviction. It felt like a movement I wanted to be a part of, and it felt within my capacity. Yeah, it just felt important and urgent at this point of time. And even though this is my first time participating in this space of activism in this very open way, it just felt really urgent, and it felt like it wasn't about me or what I was comfortable with. It was something that I had to do, and I just had to be here. Before getting here, I maybe a bit naively thought that it would be quite possible. I think we heard a lot of things about how a lot of the right people are communicating, we're trying to do this the right way, the people who needs to be alerted or permissions that need to be asked for or granted, that's all in process. I kind of trusted that process is happening and that we would be able to get on the way. And then the first day that we were here, we already, even before that, there was a lot of maybe anxiety about, are we going to get blocked? Are we going to be detained? Are we going to be checked? There was a lot of talk about that, and there was a lot of news of that happening. And once I arrived and got through the airport, that was a huge relief. But even then, the next day was the day when we were supposed to start, and we were supposed to get on the buses that would be arranged and head to Al Arish. But even that first step couldn't be completed, and that plan had to be changed. And I was expecting flexibility and being adaptable. That was something that we were already told to manage our expectations on, but I didn't really foresee how getting thousands of people in small groups to get into a taxi, going to the exact same location, how obvious that would be flagged, and getting to the checkpoint, getting stopped. We really didn't know the extent of what that meant. With our passports were taken from us, we were just waiting in the sun, there were loads of people, groups gathering, a lot of older women as well, being really dehydrated. It wasn't what I expected. I didn't think that it would climax on that day itself and end the way that it did. I think that night as well, there was a lot of people who just felt like, we didn't even get started and we've already stopped. I suppose this is really normal in this kind of space, when you're trying to do something a little bit uncomfortable or kind of pushing the boundaries of what is or challenging the status quo, you're going to be met with resistance. And a lot of that probably feels really like what we felt last night, that night, which is a little bit disappointed, I guess, just speaking for myself, a little bit like we never even got to go off the ground. And I suppose I'm new in this journey and I'm learning that that's part of the fight, and sometimes you retreat and you learn, you reflect, and we just get back out there and try a different way. The first thing that comes to my mind is just being among the other Malaysian delegates. Honestly, I was worried that I would be out of my depth, that I wouldn't be able to connect or find my people, and I'm so surprised by there's so many people with different backgrounds, not just activists that are here, and we're all learning from each other, and just being, even during the sit-in, we were all together and just watching everyone's kind of I don't like the word bravery, but I think resolve is the right word. Nobody's out here trying to be a hero or show that they are the bravest and they don't care what happens to them. I think there is very much a communal resolve. You see older women, you see people who are here that maybe you wouldn't expect. It's not just young I'm allowed to say that on this activists, or what you imagine as activists. Is just ordinary everyday people who just feel like this is not right and they want to fight for something. And I think that's really nice for me to see, because activism doesn't just look one way. I think I'm learning that from the people that I meet here. It's just about being a human being, connecting with those humanistic values, caring about what's going on in the world and the communities in the world, because we are all born in different places, and this is the life that we have because where we're born, and that's not something we can control. And if I was a Palestinian, I want someone to care about that too and do what they can. I think if you still don't care about what's going on, probably have a lot of privilege, and in that a lot of power. it might be uncomfortable to admit to yourself that you've been in this bubble this whole time, but that doesn't matter. It's not about you. It's about the cause. And I think if you want to participate in a world, because like in this life, nobody goes through it alone. And you probably have your community and your people around you as well. And you're not participating in this world if you do not know what is happening and it does not bother you in the slightest. Like, this is the world you participate in, this is the world your friends and families are living in, your children. Like, you have to, even on a selfish level, care about what world you're in.